5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Around this time 3 years ago, I opened my Leaving Cert exam results. The decision I made that day completely changed the course of my 18-year-old life, and over the past 3 years, I've learned a lot since. This video takes you through my entire journey of leaving the education system, working full-time, and ending up at a university that I never thought I'd go to. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, sit back, relax, and enjoy story time with Tom.
Show the story, won't we?
We just need a better setting first. That's more like it, isn't it? So before we get into the actual CAO process, you need a bit of background as to what I was like in secondary school to sort of understand the choices that I made. So when I was in secondary school, I was a big nerd.
You boys aren't nerds, are you?
Did well on my junior cert. And when it came to my Leaving Cert, I wanted to do a course that A, I really enjoyed, but B, I had high points. High as fuck. Put a lot of research into it in 5th year, and I was doing 2 sciences for my Leaving Cert, chemistry and physics. Putting 2 and 2 together when I went to my guidance counsellor, it made sense that I would choose to do science.
You tell people I'm a rocket scientist?
So basically I had that down in my head in 5th year, and when 6th year rolled around, I put it down. Putting Trinity first, UCD second, randomly putting BESS and Trinity third, and then putting genetics and DCU fourth. But always thinking that I was definitely going to get Trinity or UCD because I got like 540 in my mock, so I was fairly confident I could get those points. Picked up a random stranger on my way.
Who are you?
So what happened on the actual day when I opened it was that I missed my top 3 by 5 points. So I ended up getting my 4th and I went to DCU. Look, there's more people coming behind us. Hi! As soon as I got there, I felt like something was off. It felt like the course wasn't right for me. At Christmas, I was just finished my biology exam. I really hadn't written anything down on the paper, and I sort of made the decision then that I wasn't going to come back for semester 2, which moves me on to stage 2, which is working life and should I go back to college again.
Look into the camera.
Yes, I will.
Feeling hot, hot, hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot.
Okay, you can cut to the drone shots now. No matter where you go in this world, when you're hungry, remember, protein's always the way to go. Not gonna lie, this bar does not taste good.
You nasty.
Okay, so I left DCU, essentially dropped out of college. But unlike all you lifestyle entrepreneurs out there, I fully intended on going back.
Here in my garage.
Partially because my parents would have wanted me to, and partially because I just thought it was a smart idea. Me personally, I love making videos. I'd semi-started that whole videography making business and stuff, but I wanted to go to college to A, have a good experience, make new friends, join society, stuff like that, and under the umbrella of doing my degree, have time to build that business at the side. So instead of just going cold turkey trying to build something from scratch and missing out on the whole social aspect of college, I wanted to go back.
I'll be back.
But right at that point when I dropped out, I wasn't thinking about that. I just wanted to make some money and work. So I started knocking doors, selling alarms with Phone Watch. That was definitely the hardest 5 months of my life. Like, basically I was going around all the left hand side of the M50, basically working Monday to Friday 9 to 5. Well, it wasn't really 9 to 5, like how door-to-door sales worked was that you'd go into the office at like 1, you'd hit and stayed up at 3, and you might finish at 9. So it was like 1 to 9 every day. I'd recommend that to anybody who feels like they don't have a good work ethic, they want to just harden up a bit, and that's what I needed. I needed something to sort of get me focused, get me suffering a bit really, to realize what I'd missed out on by not picking a course in a college that I felt fit my needs. I only really had one choice in mind, and that was to do business. The question was where. I narrowed it down to 2, which is BESS and Trinity or Commerce and UCD. I did 2 things. I rang Trinity and I rang UCD. Rang Trinity, went to the Students' Union. Hello. Students' Union didn't properly pick up. Jesus! They eventually picked up, and I asked someone who could give me a tour of the business building, because like as a prospective business student, you think you could give me a tour of the business building. Long story short, they didn't. We went there, it was a bit of a mess. The other hand, rang UCD. The secretary Svelana put me in touch with Adam Baker, who no longer works there, and he gave me like a tour around UCD and stuff, and I was sort of sold on it from there. So feeling all fresh now after a nice little shower there in the hostel. So we're going to sit down next to our Korean friend. Do you know how to say hello in Irish? Huh? Do you know how to say hello in Irish?
How are ya?
Say it again. Say it again.
Me or flow?
Me or bro?
And then say what's the crack?
What's the crack?
It's a Diagwich.
Digwich.
Diagwich. That's hello in Irish.
Digwich.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
The past 2 years have probably been two of the best of my life. From taking me from that sort of dark place of going to college, dropping out, and then subsequently not knowing where I was. Moving to UCD was a great culture fit for me. I felt like that big university really suited me and my personality. It gave me a great opportunity to expand and grow into the university with stuff like society life, which I subsequently got a job out of the university from, and making a whole new group of friends, which I really had to make because I lost that in secondary school, obviously moving to university, and then I said university about 12 times, and then in DCU as well. So I guess if I had any overall bits of advice for people opening their Leaving Cert results, be it today, tomorrow, 2 weeks time, next year, in 12 years to come, it's that the black and white education system that we've been painted doesn't really exist. There's so many different areas of grey. There's so many different routes for you to go into college, to do a PLC to go into it, to not go and do it, to do an apprenticeship. It's not this like linear path that you go straight to college and go and get a job. So know that there's other routes to doing what you really want to do, and if you make a mistake the first time, that's not fatal. You can just change and go a different path, and that's what I ended up doing. And by trusting in that and having confidence in myself to make my own decisions, I feel like I've ended up in a much happier place. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to go off and do some yoga, and yeah, I'll see you next Sunday. Diagwich. There you go, you've learned your first Irish word.
My hands up, I let go. My mouth is getting cold. I know they come and go.